Good morning. Good morning. We're going to start with just taking a moment to come inside. Your hands can touch your heart, eyes can soften, and just take a few breaths, diaphragmatic breathing, expanding the rib cage from the inside out. And with these breaths, we're going to add on our arms. So inhale, lift the arms, stretch out through the shoulder blades. Exhale, release one more time, and up. And then we'll take a little bit of a wider stance and take 3 breaths up. Inhale, lift. And lower with a little squat. Inhale, lift. Good morning, bodies. And one more time, up. Interlace the fingers, reach up, and let's go over. You can reach through the whole side body. Lift up. Good morning. Thank you for coming. We're just starting to wake up. And stretch. And we'll go over to the side again. This time we're going to add a hand down, up and over. And good. Take it up and over. Perfect. Reach up, hands come to the thighs, and we'll do a little bit of cat-cow with the hands on the thighs. And just waking up the back. And we'll do that 2 more times. And 1 more time. And then we're going to stir the pot with our ribs. So imagine that you're painting the room with your rib cage. And this ought to work out any kinks that might be needing to be awakened in the torso. Let's go 1 more the other direction. Inhale, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And then let's go all the way up with flexion. So round your back, articulate all the way up. Full body stretch and reach up, lift up your heels. You can walk inside, big stretch, take an inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Let's grab those Dynabands. First, grab a medium to heavy Dynaband. Whatever you have will work though, because you can always do more repetitions or fewer repetitions to work at a challenging intensity of the final repetitions. Bring your arms up, take an inhale, and as you exhale, pull the band wide and you'll touch your chest. Inhale, bring the band back up. On your exhale, pull and inhale up. So we'll go through the cues. As you're standing, your knees are soft, not locked backwards. Anytime the arms are overhead, especially if the lats are tight, it's very easy to get overly sway back. So just use your abdominals to keep the ribs hovering over the pelvis, not like that, but like that. And then the shoulder blades are down the back, so we're never tight in the neck or the upper trapezius, these muscles right here. The shoulder blades glide down the back. For the wrists, they're pretty, they're not going to be perfectly neutral in this position, but you're not letting them bend wildly in extension or flexion. You're keeping them fairly straight or neutral. All right, let's take 10 more. Exhale, pull. Inhale, return. And if you ever need more tension, grab more of that band. 9. Exhale. 8. Gorgeous. 7. 6. 5. Exhaling and pulling the belly in. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And then we're going to, and I think I just remembered now I'm going to mute everybody. Okay, we're muting. And, all right, it's muted. Let's take the arms a little wider and go back and forth. Inhale, up and back. And then let's do that 1 more time. And inhale. And that should feel like a really great stretch. And back. And now we're going to take the arms to the front. They're pretty wide, the hands are pretty wide. Pull back with your exhale. Now we're going to take 20 of these. You can adjust tighter, hands closer if you don't feel like there's going to be enough intensity. Keep the neck down or long, the shoulder blades down the back. Good. 5. Exhale, 6. 7. 8. 9. 10, we're doing 10 more. 11, 12, 13, see how your abs help your back. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 1 more, and 20. And then give the shoulders a little bit of a roll, circulation. Get rid of any tension. And then we're taking the band to the back body. This time the band is at the lower shoulder blades. You have equal tails on either side of your band. We're going to take an exhale and press out. The palms are up right now. And see how the wrist, I'm trying to keep fairly neutral. I'm not letting them wildly bend back or forth. So exhale. And then look how we're keeping the shoulder blades down and back and not letting them crunch forward. That's it. Exhale. The hands are pushing out a little wider than your body. Your neck is long. Good morning. 10. Good morning. Join when you can. Yeah, we just warmed up. We've done a few of the Dynaband exercises. So if you're just joining, you can take some movements to wake up or do this at this exercise at a lesser intensity. Take 3 more. Just kind of scanning. Yeah, 2. And then a bonus if you would like, extra 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that go. And then take the band out of the way for a moment and act like your clothes drying on the clothesline in the wind. Just let your arms sway and push back and forth. 4, 3, your body is adding a little rotation. 2, and 1. And then let's do a similar exercise to that, but just hit it a little bit narrow. So take your palms, roughly you have the same ends of the tail on either side. Push out, exhale. 1, yes. 2 is a little narrower than before. 3, 4, 5, you got it. Neck is long. 6, from the side, your ears over the shoulder. 7, not poking forward. 8, 9, 10, let's do that again. 10, last. 9, you have intensity. 8, as you press out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And wonderful. Now we're going to use the band to stretch. Take it pretty wide enough that you can take the band behind you again and just glide the shoulder blades up, glide the shoulder blades down, and take 4, and take 3, and take 2, and take 1 more. 1, terrific, wonderful, and take the band in a little closer. I'm going to grab a sip of drink, grab it if you need. Palms are underhand, that a girl Jan. Palms are underhand. Now you're going to exhale and open. External rotation, one of my favorite exercises because it's so important to counteract the forward postures that we do during the day. The back of the shoulders, the stabilizers, need some help to keep the humerus or upper arm bone in appropriate alignment. It helps with pain reduction, keeping the bones wearing and tearing evenly, and helps with posture, so that helps with breath, pain mitigation around the shoulder and neck, and that can also help the hands and the forearms because all of this is related. When the upper traps are tight, they can put undue pressure on the arms and the wrist. And all right, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and exhale. Elbows are glued. Good. Let that go. And we're just going to shake it out for a little bit, and then we're going to add on the palms overhand. This is more like a bow and arrow move. Keep the left hand strong. Press the right arm out, and it's just like your kind of like a bow and arrow move. Your right elbow is straightening and bending, and check your wrists are pretty neutral. Neck is long. Good. You have tone in your abdominals so that your back doesn't do all the work. Great, Sarah. We're going to do 5 more. 5. Exhale, 4. The back of that arm is really important for getting strength, is getting out of low chairs, and falls. Press the other one. So when you fall, you tend to land on your outstretched hand, and that muscle, the tricep, is what catches you. So if it's strong, it can help prevent you from landing so harshly on your hip. But if it's weak, that's when a lot of people end up breaking their hip because they'll land on an already microarchitecturally fractured hip. All right, 5 more, 4 more. Resist it on the way back. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to possibly use the band to stretch. Let me show you the stretch. It looks like this. So if you can't reach, you just use that band and walk the hands closer together. I'm going to just use my own hands. The elbow is high, the other shoulder is behind you, not looking forward. 10. And good, the arm gets, see if it's here, see if you can lift it up. 9, yes. 8, 7, that looks great. 6, head pulls back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go, and let's do the other side. I'll just put the band handy. Good. Your elbows up, your other arm's down. Good. 10, 9, 8. Good. I like the jawline parallel to the floor. 7. Big inhales. 4, 3, 2. Inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to let that go, and we're going to use this for a bicep curl. So I'm going to grab a sip of water. You can step on your band. I'm going to tilt it down so you can see my feet. Step on the band, 2 feet for most of us. If that's too much tension, just use 1 foot in the middle. Equal tails, standing up, bend. And even after the first few, you can tell, do I need to grab more bands? So as a demo, I'll just grab more. And 3, and 4. And you can bring the band all the way up to your shoulder, usually, and still have tension, unlike the free weights. Good. 8, 9, 10. We're shooting for 10 more. If it's getting too hard, just take out one of your feet and make it a little lighter. And 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, let's take a stretch. I'll just take the band out of the way for a minute. Let's do a few. Interlace the fingers at the low back and lift up the arms. And feel the shoulders and the chest. Even though we work the biceps, this is a great one to do. Open. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then take the arms behind you. Now, if you tend to hyperextend or bend backwards, I can't show it because my body doesn't do that. Careful and don't do the hyperextension. So just bring the arms behind you. You can pull the wrist more behind you. 5, 4, good. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. We'll do one more. You can either hold on to your elbows and open up the chest and shoulders, or if you wanted to flip, palms and namaste, open up the shoulders and the chest, and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. We're going to grab a band, step on it with 1 foot. Right foot, right hand. Step on that band. Now we're going to take it forward for 10. Your exhale pulls. Right away I know if I need to adjust it. 2, neck is long. 3, 4, 5, abs are in. That way I'm not leaning back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now a little more room. Get that foot give yourself a little more slack. The foot moves further away from the end that you're working. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's change sides. Take the other. Palm forward, take an inhale. All right, the first one is front, 10. Exhale, 9, 8, 7. There you go. Resist on the way back, 2, 5, wrist is long, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to get a little more slack. Okay, we're going out and out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wonderful job. We're going to take that band, step out in the middle. So both feet in the middle. And then this is the upright row. And imagine you're zipping up a big pair of pajamas or a big coat, a big winter coat. Pull up. Now, if you need more tension, grab lower. Basically, you're going to double check. You want your wrist to be fairly neutral, so you can manipulate this easier with the band. You want your neck to be soft. Your elbows are leading the way up, but you're using your biceps and your shoulders to do this exercise, not the elbow or the shoulder or the wrist or the thumb. So little tension as you can in the thumb and the wrist. All right, let's do 5 more. Exhale, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And then let that go. Perfect. I'm going to get rid of these. Grab a step if you need. We are going to go into some heavier weights. So I'll do a 9 today, a set of 9s. Probably anywhere from 3 to 10 would be fine. You can certainly do more than that. I'm just going to err on the side of less with the remote cueing. So notice I've got an athletic stance, feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to keep my back flat. It's real important that you're not doing a cat. Yes, very good. I see good. All right, pull up with your exhale. Now your gaze is probably down. If you scan your neck from the inside out, there's no wrinkle, there's no tension in the neck. I'm not letting my head droop towards the floor. My ear is still in line with the shoulder on a diagonal view. 6, I'm going to turn and see. 7, that looks great. 8, yes, that's it. 9, you got it. 10, now we're shooting for 10 more. Of course, if you need to do fewer, you can, or if you need to do a little bit more. 9, 8, almost like your 7, the image of starting a lawnmower, an old-fashioned lawnmower. And 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're standing tall, and I'm just going to get rid of this for a moment so that we can. Now this time you can take a Halloween cat, scoop out the abs, so you've got this stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then come up, kind of like how we warmed up, but go over. Yeah, and we're going to go over to the side. That's it. Inhale to the rib cage. You're expanding. Let the hand come down. If you'd like to, add your left foot crossing over your right. And for a little bit more flavor, personalization, add rotation towards the floor, towards the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, and up, and then switch the side. So we started with an interlaced finger position. Good. Go up to your elbows. Inhale. As your hand coming down, you can add your right foot going over. Add rotation. Breathing. 4, 3, 2, inhale, and exhale, coming up, reach up and slightly back, and exhale. Terrific. Give yourself a little shoulder roll, and let's grab another heavier weight. We're going to take a bicep curl this time, and we can take it hammer curl. And I'll start off with hammer curl, and I'm going to give some variations. So if this position just doesn't serve you, you can always do it this way. I'm just mixing it up through our routines. So notice how the shoulder doesn't do this. It's down the back. Exhale, and you don't quite go all the way up with the weights because you'll notice you would run out of tension. So I'm just going to go up to where I keep feeling tension. 6. And this is usually a heavier weight, maybe anywhere from 3 to 10. You want fatigue in the final repetition. So for our purposes, we're going to shoot for about 10 more. We do want good form. So if you feel like you need to rest, you can. That's more important than doing more reps. Good. Let's do 5 more. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 4. And 3. And 2. 1 more. And 1. Perfect. Now we're going to get rid of these for a moment. Let's put them over here. And it's also a great chance to grab a sip. It's always a great chance. Terrific. And we'll open up the chest and the shoulders again. 5. Open up and lift high. 4. 3. 2. Yes. Perfect. Let's throw in another shoulder stretch here. And we're just going to touch these muscles. Wrap so that your right arm is underneath. And you're lifting up your elbow. And yeah. And if you'd like a balance challenge, you can sit in the legs first. Just both heels are heavy. If you want a balance challenge, lift your right leg and wrap your toes around your calf. Square your hips again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and stand up. Come on out. Let's do the other left arm underneath. Wrap. Okay, this could be your posture, or you can sit in a chair. Now, you could also add on left thigh over the right. Once or twice, eagle. Now you're strengthening your right leg in an isometric squat. You're stretching out your hip. You've got your shoulders separating. 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale. And then exhale, let it go. And then let both feet on the ground. Pretend like you're taking off a very large sweatshirt. Wrap your arms. Take that sweatshirt overhead. 4, you're stretching out the shoulders. 3, letting the shoulder blades glide. 2, 1 more. Inhale. And 1. And then clothesline swoosh. So just swoosh those arms. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to grab some lighter weights because we're going to deliberately use a longer lever. So I'm going to grab the 5s, for example. Anywhere from 1 to 6 would probably be fine. 1 to 7 if you're feeling strong. So we're going to start with the palms facing our legs. Exhale and open up, and inhale and return. So exhale, go to about shoulder height. If you have any sensitivity in your shoulders at all, you can decrease how high you go. You won't go over 90 degrees though. If you have any sensitivity in your shoulders, don't go over 90 for this exercise. We don't want to pinch the humeral head on the acromial process and crush that supraspinatus tendon. We want to leave plenty of space in there. We can get strong without hurting anything. The other little cue for your shoulder health, especially if you have any shoulder sensitivity, is that you can see the weights. They're not drifting behind your body. I can look and see them on both sides. Elbows are soft. All right, 4 more. The neck is not doing the work. The wrists are flat or straight. 3, your abs are working. It's not pushing you back. 2, exhale. 1. Now the deltoids have been, are warm, but they've been worked. Take a shoulder roll. Now stand almost just a little wider. Your knees are going to be bent soft, like athletic stance. You've got some suspension in your joints. And on your exhale, pull the arms up. I'm going to turn so you can see me. Notice how I'm not leaning back just because the arms are forward. I'm not letting it push me back. And wrists are long. Good. And 4. Now, if you find that you are limited in your weight choices at home, you could do one arm and then the other and alternate the set. You can also use items around the house, household items, including clean bottles of cleaner, detergent. You can use water bottles. You can fill up old water bottles with sand or dirt and use them. Any kind of resistance will do. 5, your body just needs to have more resistance than it did in the past in order to create breakdown to encourage growth. Take 2 more. 2. Exhale. And 1. Now leaving the arms down, take some of those circles. We're going to work the rear deltoid. So we did medial, anterior, and that anterior also got some of the medial, but we're going to lean over, but look how the back's nice and flat. The hands are just touching underneath your body. Now open up to the side like you're making a T reverse. I have a bit of softness in my elbows, so they're never going backwards. If you're a hyperextender, really have to watch yourself more than the average body, because you can't go into you'll just hurt yourself, especially with a weight in your arm and a long lever. So you want to make sure there's a softness. Let's do 5 more. Make yourself slow down at the top so you're not just rushing through it. 3 more. Neck is a little active but not stressed out. 1. Now give it a little stand. Take those shoulder rolls. We're going to do 1 more with these weights. Place them here. You see how it almost feels like a shelf? You can exhale and with your athletic stance, your suspension on, push up, good. And you can even turn if that's not too stressful. Good, your main thing though is your abs are protecting your back. So you see how I'm not letting my low back get any more lordotic or swayed in. All right, let's do 5 more. And I'm wide enough in my arms that my neck isn't getting, see how my shoulder blades are down the back? I'm not crunching. Let's do 3 more. Exhale, you're doing great. 2. Exhale, 1. Now we're gonna take these weights out of the way for a moment and grab a sip of water. Take the second of these. This one is I've noticed the stretch cow face has a quickly diminishing, it's a quickly diminishing skill set. It's easy to get tight in this. I'm interested in your feedback too. At the beginning of COVID, I even noticed I was tight, just a lot of working on the computer to get all the Zoom classes ready. And this is just like easy peasy now. So easy because we've been doing it most days of the work week. So this is wonderful to see your arms. And this is a great posture help. Just use a tool if you can't grab. Yes, perfect. Use your Donovan. Try the other one. And the dominant arm will sometimes get tight. Now, notice if you get in your posture by tweaking, ideally you won't, but let's say you do, you find you're over here, make sure you straighten up your ribs over your pelvis. You're not over shifted. Yes, that looks great. 5. And if this top arm is tight, it's going to be easy to accidentally get lordotic, so you shift those ribs over the pelvis. 3. Good. 2. Take an inhale. And an exhale to let those arms down. Add a little sway. That's a great way to do it too. And we're going to do the upright row. I'm going to use the heavier weight. If you'd like to, you can use anywhere from 3 to 10. And because we don't have as long with the lever, palms are facing your thighs now. Take your exhale and pull. And take your exhale and pull. Good. So from the side, looks like that. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now up to you. Let's do a final 5 if you can. 16 if you need to get out of it, that's okay. 17, 18, 19, we have one more. 20, and bring take those weights down. That's great. Perfect. We'll grab a step. And we're going to take a one-legged balance. So we're just going to do this because it's not so much strength, but it is so important. Lift and spread your toes. All the toes should separate when you do that exercise. If not, get down there and spread them out. And then just take a tree pose. Basically, the foot's off, one foot's off the floor. And then we're going to lift up our arms. All right, I'm going to count to 60. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60. Hands together, that foot down. 1 minute challenges are a really good indicator, other side, lift and spread your toes, of falls that year. So you want to be able to maintain balance for 1 minute. The lack of ability to be able to do that skill is highly associated with falls. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. 1, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60. You did great. Lower that foot down. Wonderful. And then let's take it to the floor and do some of those movements down there, because we do tend to focus on the upper body, which is easier to have neglect in these days. Everything's automated. If you think about 20 years ago, we used to have, I still have a truck like this. You used to have trucks and cars that you had to roll up the windows. You used to have to open the door at the grocery store. All of these things that people used to walk inside to the bank. All these things used to be automated. So take your heavier weights for chest press. So they're not anymore. So you almost have to go after resistance training, or you will get weaker and bone density loss. I've got some heavier weights. So I'm just going to say anywhere from 3 to 15. And I've got a set of 9s, but it's like doing a bench press, but on the floor. Your feet are on the floor. That helps you keep your ribs down. Your inhale prepares you. Now when you exhale, push yourself up and then touch. Inhale and then exhale. Good. And touch and inhale. Good. I'm just double checking form. Good. The feet on the floor with the knees bent will help you keep your ribs down. So if you find that you're doing these on a bench, you're traveling somewhere and you're on a bench, just make sure the bench isn't so high that it makes your, when your feet are on the ground, it makes your low back sway more. And you're also making sure your weight's not so heavy that you are trying to use every single compensation, like lifting the back off the floor to get this work done. You open up 90 degrees at the 90, your wrists are still neutral. You exhale, you might even touch the ends of the weights above your sternum. Good. And then your gaze is going to be up. That way you don't turn your neck to see me. Let's do 5 more. Inhale and exhale 4 more. And inhale out wide. And exhale 3 and 2. Inhale and exhale, and then lower. Now we're going to put them down on the floor. Let's take a full body stretch. Reach your arm overhead. There's my drink. Somebody need to drink it again. I think I'll listen to its call. Full body stretch. Shift to your arms and your legs. Now we're going to take the same weights, place the feet back on the floor, or slightly lighter weight. You get to choose. It is going to be a longer lever though. I'll show you. It's a fly. You're going to go from the center out. Yeah, you may touch your weights above your sternum. You're going to open up, open up. Now your arm is probably going to touch the floor, the upper arm. If you're hypermobile and your elbows bend backwards, you have to make sure your arms don't keep going. You've got a softness in your elbows. So see how my weight does not touch the floor in this one? I've got a big tree above my chest and I'm hugging that tree so there's space between me, like my chest and the hands. All right, this is an inhale. Good, everybody looks great. And an exhale, belly pulls in 4. Good, inhale, exhale, 3. And if you need to do fewer or more, that's okay. 2, inhale, and exhale. And then safely lower those weights down. Let's take a left leg long, right knee over. Now the left hand can hold on to that thigh and the right arm goes out like a T or a Y. It's a rotation. 5. The chest is opening and the anterior delt. So 5, 4, 3, I love the stretch. 2, inhale. And then exhale, realign, let the right leg go long, let the left knee go over, right hand holds it. Now the left arm is out like a T. I'm going to change my body so you can see what's happening. The left arm is out like a T or a Y. Your right hand is holding that thigh down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and inhale, and exhale. Now we're going to come back, pull those thighs in. Thighs are in, terrific, and we're going to turn over. Now this is for the abs. We're going to do a plank, 3 different directions. I'm going to grab the foam roller. If you have one, this is a really nice tool to use. The belly is, or the torso is facing the floor, and we're going to take that weight out of the way. Belly is facing the floor. Your elbows are on the mat. That way you have plenty of protection between the rug burn and your arm. And this will be fun with my pants. But hold your plank, basic plank. Now, if everything's going well and you'd like to add on, pull your knees under and then back into inchworms and keep going. We're doing 10. I like to turn my legs in towards each other so that I get 2 for 1 in the exercise. I'm actually rolling out my shin muscle, the tibialis anterior. That's good for us, especially if you live near hills. And you might have had a tendency towards shin splints in the past. It's a nice little muscle to get rolled out, but it also feels less painful because it's not on the tibia now, my bone. Okay, so we're going to do 3 more because I, full disclosure, lost count. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to take a child pose on my roller with my booty up and my shins on it. If that doesn't serve you, take a restful pose on the floor. 5. While you're here, bend your elbows and touch your thumb to the middle upper back. 3, 2, inhale, and exhale. Now let's just do one side plank here. I like to double up the mat here to protect the bones more. Go up, and now if you want to stay here, you can. If you'd like to add on, take the top leg up. 8, 7, 6, push the bottom hip off the floor, 5, 4, 3, star pose 2 more times, 2, 1. And that ought to get that whole side body. It got mine. Let's do the other side. Your roller. Now it's okay if you don't have a roller. You can do this on the floor. It's definitely more fun on the roller, and it's just a great way to add variety and a slight bit of instability. Also, the weight higher on your feet makes more weight on your upper body here. So lift up. All right. Those of you that are adding on, you can stay, or you can 1. Exhale, 2. Good. 3, act like you're not desperately trying to put your foot back down. 4, 5, you're doing so good. Really strong on the bottom arm. This is the most important cue. Shoulder blade down the back. 1 more. Terrific. Good. Reverse plank. I promise we do it all ways. Now reverse plank, you can do this on the floor as well if you don't have a roller, or you can do it on your block. It definitely helps your knees from hyperextending. You can also just do a child pose or round angle if for some reason this one doesn't serve you. And those of you that want to add bonus, 8, legless. 7, 6, good, Michelle. 5, good, Betty. 4, you're breathing. 3, 2, 1, gorgeous, wonderful. Let's do another forearm one on the roller if you have it. The shins are the rollers on the shins. We're going to do a diagonal. It's one of my favorite abs. It's so effective for obliques and rectus abdominis. Forearms down. Now go into a plank and see if you can take your knees to your left elbow side. Go straight. Right elbow side. Left and right. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then here's just another way to rest. Just bend the knees and windshield weight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's do another one. This one's called pike. Your elbows are going to be down. We're going to lift up the hips. So if you want to do a static one, you can, a static plank, or if you want to lift up, and see how my knees aren't bent this time? My feet might hit the floor. That's okay. You'll still get a great workout just with this range of motion. And again, I'm internally rotating my legs so that my shins, I did something different because they are saying, thank you for rolling me out. So go up, 3, I rode my bike. So 2, the shins are thanking me for this, so I hope that you're getting some good release, and then let your knees down. Perfect. All right, that was great. We're going to use this roller for the swan, the back exercises. I'm going to turn if you can see me a little bit better. Now your arms are going to be on that roller. Sit if you need. Belly down. These exercises can all be done without the roller. I absolutely love them with the roller though. You know, swans and posture work is one of my favorite things. So we're going to take the arms a little wider than your shoulders. For me, even more than my shoulders. It helps me keep my upper trapezius out of this. Now lifting up, notice how I'm not here. Lower the blades, keep them down. This is serratus anterior, lower lats, lower traps. Let's keep going as I get my little legs just go up. And I like to press the pinky side of my hand, the ulnar side, down towards the roller. What that does is help me activate the serratus anterior, which is the stabilizer. And usually in the gym, you hear about all the big muscle groups, the quads and the biceps, and that's great and fine, but you're really only as strong as your stabilizers are supportive. So these muscles that we do in our Pilates, in our alignment classes, they're going to help you be stronger with all the other muscles and to wear down evenly, even wear and tear, and decrease pain. The body will remember what we do in class, and when you go do another task, it'll say, oh wait, I need to have my shoulder blades on my back. So you get the benefit when you transfer it to your day. All right, let's inhale and hold. Now hold, check your neck out. You don't want it to be 10. Hold, 8, 7, 6. Oh, that upper back looks great. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower and just take a little release. And we're going to do it a little differently this time. So inhale, lift up. Now, again, you could just stay here or take your left hand to your left hamstring. Right hand. Now notice how I have to keep my shoulder blade down the back really well because I've only got one limb contacting that roller. The other arm is working hard in the tricep and the lat and the serratus and the lower trap fibers. 4, upper back is working. 3, belly, abs, hamstrings. 1 more. Now lift up and hold it. Strike a pose. 8 of extensions. 7, 6, 5, 4. Chin tuck a little. 3, 2, and relax. Okay, child pose. Wonderful. And let your hips back. It's also nice to use this for the child pose. Let your arms on top of the roller this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I feel like we should roll out our lats. I just have this hunch. Let's just do it. Okay, take your roller underneath your right armpit and roll out your lats. And it's behind your armpit. And you see how that, you can also get your rear shoulder. Back of the shoulder, armpit. Back and forth. Now see how your legs are helping you push and you've got your abs in. Now you may feel some sensitive, really sensitive spots and you can hang out on those and breathe. Maybe 30 seconds to 90 seconds. Sometimes you can release those trigger points in 20. So just roll them out. And back of the shoulder, can you feel that? Some spots. Usually the infraspinatus has a trigger point. All right, 10. Hand on your head. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale and exhale. Let's see if the proof's in the pudding. Come on up. Now take a stretch. And what does that feel like on the side you stretched out? And even just right here, I always feel like I'm more spacious on that. Actually, I look taller in the mirror. Let's see, try this other one. And you can feel, even though we stretched this side 3 times today, it's just got a tiny bit of an adhesive quality. So, and did you notice you could breathe bigger into the side we just rolled? Let's stretch that out. Myofascially release. Okay. I'm going to take your arm. Good. Back side. Back side. Good. Roll a little bit. And you can get that shoulder. You can get the lat is the largest muscle in the back, and it twists right here near the armpit. So you can access it here. And that's a muscle that internally rotates your humerus and makes us look like a gorilla if we don't stretch it out or release it. It also can create some shoulder pain. It creates an overall like a tightening in the back because it's such a big muscle at the back. It can also create tightening on the low back because it attaches at the ilium down here. So you can see how critical it is for the whole upper body. Breathe. And remember, if you have a spot, like I just found a little one right there, kind of on the back side. So I'm going to breathe into it 30 seconds to 90. It usually will let go sooner than that, but that's just a rule of thumb. Relaxing. And let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, great. 3, 2, and then 1, and then let that go. Good. All right, let's just test it. I want to get our TFL here. So breathe into that. Feels good. Yeah, breathe into this. Good. Wonderful. And we're going to be on our forearms, and we're going to get that TFL, the myofascial lat. So you're going to put the roller underneath your thighs, and just both legs First, roll out your quads. Take your legs and externally rotate them. Good. Yep. And then internally rotate them, so toes towards each other. Now try bending and straightening. Does that do anything for your quad? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? A lot. Now make sure your abs are still on. Now I'm going to roll to you. Try to get the right leg a little bit more, the right quad. And if you go to your right front pocket muscle, right here, there's a TFL. It's interfascial. It's about 3 fingers wide. And you can roll out that muscle. It goes right into the IT band. And anatomically, we're all a little bit different, but maybe about a third of the way down for the majority of us. Now, I've got a trigger point. More than one, but you can sink into it. Try to let the exhales calm your body. Good. And then you can hit the other side, quad, and kind of like where your left front pocket is. So you see how I'm deviating more to that side. And you can feel that your IT is needing it too. It's okay if you want to roll a little bit. This class is for you. Rolling out. Make sure I got my right IT. Rolling it out. This is just great to do. My left one tends to run a little tight. And used to a long time ago when I was doing 80 and 100-mile bike rides pretty regularly on weekends, my left hip would feel old, arthrogenic. And all I had to do was roll up my IT and it would get rid of that pain. So sometimes one limb can be just a little shorter, either structurally or from muscle tightness, so you can help relieve some of those inequities with the fascia rolling. All right, did you have a spot on the TFL? Sink into it. Keep your shoulder stabilizers on here. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then since we're doing so much with the hips, let's just take a little hip roll out. I'm going to change it up. Do a long position, right ankle to left thigh, and roll out the butt, the booty, basically from your sacrum, the heart-shaped bone at the base of the spine, to your greater trochanter, the bone on this side. So I'm going to turn around so you can see what I mean. So right here, from your greater trochanter to your sacrum, the piriformis is deep in that glute, and it tends to need a little assistance. Another area that likes attention is that glute knee. So if you get up high on that pelvic rim, where your waistband would be, you can sometimes feel muscles. Generally, this should feel good. Yeah, like it needs it, therapeutic. So let's just do 10. And if you have a spot, you can sink into it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Let's hit that other side. I had heard back some feedback from you guys that you liked the rolling, and so yes, liked love. So I thought, well, we'll sneak a little bit more than just one foam roller release per time. So of course, keep your feedback coming, and we'll add that in. And it could be that we just add a little bit into one of the Pilates classes. We just do a couple of myofascial releases on one of those. So let me know your feedback. I was really appreciative of hearing that you liked it in this class. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good. Now I'm going to use the foam roller for good things. Long waist, lie down. If you need to sit, grab it. You can lie on the roller. Arms out. So the booty's at one end, the arms are at the other. And we're going to take a moment to roll right and left. It doesn't have to be that big, but you can see how it touches your rhomboids and even the border of the scapula. My spine is kind of built concave in the upper back, so I don't actually feel it much on my rhomboids, but I can feel it on the scapula, on my sacrum. So see if you feel it down here, and there's some piriformis attachments there. And the chest is opening, so see how the arms are now in a field goal pose. So you can also just stay. I like to add a supine down angle posture with this, Supta Baddha Konasana. And just take a moment, let your eyes close, and let the focus be inside. When you can create health and happiness on the inside of your world, it's easier to find it on the outside of your world. So you're setting the tone of your day. You're setting the tone of your mood, your attitude. And right now, the body's been relieved of a lot of tensions, and it's achieved some strength, and it's accomplished goals. So it has a great endorphin hit. It has a great dopamine hit, and there's also a sense of I call it an energetic calm. It's like you're calm, but you're also just primed and ready to go into the world with your attitude that you want to create. So take a moment to relieve any tensions in the body, release any heavy thoughts, and bring in light thoughts. Whatever kind of day you want to have today and however you want to feel, you can set your tone right now. It's like putting your radio on a certain frequency. Notice how that feels to create that frequency for yourself, and take another inhale. And as you're ready, slowly come up and take a seated position that serves you. And we're going to let the neck soften. Where's my chime bowl? There it is. So we're going to let the neck soften and take a moment to let all the things that we did assimilate in the body. Whenever you're ready, let your eyes open. Thank you so much for coming to class. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Thanks so much for coming. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was so sweet. Thank you.